What's going on, tribe? Hope all is well with everybody. Long awaited the scrapbook building tutorial. I am calling this series Turning Nothing into Something. These are ramen noodle cardboard box pieces that I'm going to turn into journals, that I'm eventually going to turn into scrapbooks and, do scrapbooking, junk journaling, regular journaling, and just building books and journals because I like to journal. And a lot of the journals that are on the market don't suit my needs. So I figured, why not make my own? So that's what we're doing. Excuse me if you heard any harsh sounds. I just dropped my mic. But here I am building up some stability for the front and back covers, and I'm going to wrap them in this wallpaper that you see. I got this from Dollar General. I mean, not Dollar General, Dollar Tree, excuse me. Some of the things I got from Walmart, some things I got from Hobby Lobby, some things I already had in my crafting stash. But as you see, I've turned a portion of a box into one journal. I didn't do any measurements, so I don't know the exact size of each of the journals that I made. And trust me, I made some mistakes in here. You're going to see them. Uh, but to me, there's no mistakes because it can still be utilized for a purpose inside the journal. I would do some music and all of that stuff. That was my original intentions for this, but it's just been taking too long, and I just want to move this along and put this out here. And because I'm not in the business anymore of recording stuff and not putting it out, done is better than perfect. Now, I'm not going to say just throw anything on a video and put it out to your audience, but I also don't feel like it has to be prim, proper, or polished to be a good video for people to learn from or just watch and see. Some people just like to watch videos where people are building things because they don't find themselves creative, so they like to watch others. Now, right here, you see a mistake that I made. I didn't make sure that my cardboard piece was facing the correct direction. So when I went to glue it down, I noticed that I wouldn't be able to put it on the bottom. I had to put it on the top. But that's fine. It still did what it needed to do. These are sticker letters from the Dollar Tree. That's paper vellum from the Dollar Tree as well. It has hearts on it. This will dry clear to where you can kind of see through it, especially if you use a clear glue. I used stick glue, and I also used plain white PVA glue on it as well. The paper cutter I got from Walmart. The paper stock I got from Walmart as well. Everything else I believe is from the Dollar Tree. But yeah, a lot of people don't find themselves creative, so they like to watch others. So I'm not just going to put anything out. I did take my time to edit this because this is days and months worth of recording each portion. Some things I had to stop in the middle of, realizing that I didn't have the tools that I needed to create the look that I wanted to look. The look that I wanted to have. So, it took a while, but my motto is just finish what you start. If there's a pause or delay in a project, let that be a learning experience. Maybe it's something that you need to learn in that time, or that you will learn in that time to make the project look that better in as the end result. So don't beat yourself up as an artist or a creative or someone who desires to be creative. Have a thought in your mind. If you need to sketch it out, you don't have to be a professional drawer, artist, drawer. You don't have to be a professional artist to sketch. And if you feel like you want your brainstorming to look perfect, you're already going into it, kind of frustrating yourself from the beginning. But just try it. Try it and see what happens. That's what happens with most of my crafting and most of the things that I started to indulge in from 2019 to current day. So right here I'm testing the paper cutter to the paper stock. I eventually got up to 7 pieces of that card stock, which I believe is 60. Hold on a second. My bad, guys. I went and got the liner. I got the pounds. It's 65 pounds paper stock by Astro Brights. I got this from Walmart. It is 8.5 by 11 inches, and it comes with multiple colors. You can also use it in the printer, and it has 150 sheets that come with it. Right here, I'm just cleaning up, straightening up my area before I begin crafting again. Now, if you've been following me, you know about some of my obstacles, I'm going to call them. I am back at my mother's, and it's not a lot of space here for me, but I still make the best of my situation to try to do something that I love to keep my spirits high and my emotional and mental health stable or harmonized, so to say. So crafting is one of those things. I like to use my hands other than working for other people. I like to use my hands and make things and create things physically as well as digitally. So I'm either doing those two things or tarot, learning about numerology, learning about the occult. I am a multifaceted being, and I like a lot of things. So that's pretty much what my channel is going to be, me living life. I guess you could call it a lifestyle channel. I'm not going to pigeonhole myself into doing only crafting tutorials or doing only reviews of celebrities and people acting crazy. It's going to be whatever I decide I want to do. And hopefully people tune in just to see me and, you know, chill with me for a bit. Because I am a person who I'm secure on my own, but I also like to socialize. But you know how that can be when you can feel people's energy and you don't have a tolerance for BS and people playing in your face and acting as if they're not, because it becomes frustrating. And the only thing that most people will see is your reaction to something that they aren't adapt to see. Like they don't have the lens to see someone playing in someone's face or feel the energy of someone versus look at their physical actions, because most of the time it doesn't match. The energy doesn't match what is presenting to the eye. And I'm the type of person that can feel that. And I don't like when people do that to me because I feel like it insults my intelligence, and I don't want to allow you to drain my energy, because in essence that's what they're attempting to do: drain your energy or trauma bond, trauma dump, just spiritual warfare all the way around. And I don't like that. And I let a lot of people close to me that did not have very good intentions for me, and I knew it, but I was always told that I was an overreactor, overthinker, crazy, all, yada, yada, yada. No, I'm feeling what I'm feeling and I'm calling it out So it took for me to have discernment within myself and to learn my energy, what was mine, to know when my energy shifted, to find out when people were playing in my face. So now I know this and I'm confident in it, and I am not gonna argue back and forth. It won't be a debate, so you don't need to have a rebuttal for me. If I feel that I want you to get away from me, or I'm gonna get away from you as quick as I can, given my circumstances. So, that's how life has been. Uh, I'm I am employed now, which is a good thing because I'm bringing in some income, because my businesses just didn't. They didn't bring in any income. Not that I'm giving up on them. It's just a delay. It wasn't the time. But I know my business plan and everything is solid for each business. So it'll come to pass when it's supposed to. I'm not going to rush the process. There's obviously things that I need to learn, stuff that I need to experience in order to ensure that they are sustainable and can maintain me working for myself and not being dependent on anything outside of myself to provide an income for me and stability for me in my life. But here is the finished product of one, the first journal. I didn't really care about the paper size because this was something that I knew I was going to be replacing signatures, pulling signatures in and out of. I didn't really want or need for the paper to be as big as the journal. So that was by design, but a lot of mistakes were made, but I still feel like it came out to be a good project. The one mistake, another mistake that was made was the rope. I used yarn to bind the signatures into the journal. And so it's real loose. It's not loose. I mean, it's not real secure. So the yarn was laying down where I wanted it to be a little more taut when I closed the journal. So that's why I put a, what do you call those? Picture hanger kind of command sticker things on the back to secure all of the yarn from the journal. But I think it turned out well. I have others that you'll see. You won't see me make them, but you'll see the finished product. I definitely got better at my process, and I'm going to continue to get better at my process. The best is yet to come, and I hope you all stick around with me on this journey to see all of the things that I do, because I got a lot in store. I'm only getting better, learning more about myself, becoming more stable and financially independent. And the next step is getting back to how it was before 2022. I love my life, good, bad, up, down, right, wrong, indifferent. It's all a learning experience, and I am rolling with the punches. These are the other journals that I made. As you see, I got a little better. These have elastic to hold the signatures in, and I did, a lot more paper variety with these. Everything is going to have stickers in it because I just don't like the way the waxed wire looks when you tie it inside. And I just like to add a little sauce on everything. My own little glare. But I hope you all like what you see. You come back for more, because I'm going to start filling these with stickers and washi tape and stuff like that, because that's just what I like to do. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't yet. And until next time, know that I love you and we are all in this together. Until next time, peace.